Welcome back, Truth Seeker. It's a Wednesday, July 26th, 2023, and the big headline is the tragic premature death of Sinead O'Connor, the very well-known singer since the 80s and early 90s, especially with her big hit, the cover of Prince's Nothing Compares to You. And of course, we know Prince died by the code, and now Sinead O'Connor has died by the code as well. If you're watching the news, they're talking about how she stood against the Catholic Church and tore up the Pope's image on Saturday Night Live, October 3rd, 1992, which really cemented her legacy, especially as a brave person and a person ahead of her time. And that tearing up of the Pope's image explains why she's dead today at age 56. Of course, you have to know the code that the Catholic Church works by every day as they claim lives and wage tyranny across this earth that's on their calendar. Again, for people who don't understand the Catholic Church runs the world, it's because you don't know history and you're not paying attention to what's right in front of your face. We tell time. It's the year 2023, according to the Catholic Church. We're on their calendar, named after a Catholic Pope. And the Catholic Church is into something that comes from Kabbalah, known as Gematria. They secured this knowledge after the Crusades. But notice how in Gematria, Pope equates to 56, and the order, the military order of the Catholic Church that serves the Pope is the Society of Jesus, also known as the Jesuits. Pope Francis is the first Jesuit Pope. The Jesuits were created in France, thus the first Jesuit Pope is Pope Francis. And the founder of the Jesuits, Ignatius Loyola, died in the year 1556. But anyhow, Pope 56, Society of Jesus 56, Sinead O'Connor tore up the Pope's image on Saturday Night Live back in 1992. And recall, when her son died, we made a point how she was in her 56th year of life at the time. So let's go through everything that's interesting here. Let's show how they paid tribute to the current Pope right now, Pope Francis, with this ritual sacrifice, as well as Pope John Paul II, who was Pope at the time, which is whose image she tore up on Saturday Night Live. It's undeniable how perfect this ritual is. And if you're new here and you want to know how we get the numbers for the words, we'll go over that. It's very intuitive. It's elementary mathematics. It's A is 1 up to Z is 26, running the alphabetic order also in reverse. Z is 1 back to A is 26. For example, if you run it forwards, A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. The word Pope equals 52 forwards. It equals 56 in reverse, like we just looked at. The name Sinead also equals 52, and here we are on a calendar named after a Pope with a 52-week year. So, alphabetic order forwards and backwards with numerology. Again, elementary mathematics, simple system. If you're new here, I've written a book about the significance of the number 56. Remember the pandemic? Again, it was nothing but 56s. The whole thing was 56. That's why every world leader had to mention 56. First governor in the U.S., Jesuit Gavin Newsom, when he locked down California, said 56% of California will get coronavirus in 8 weeks, which is 56 days. And then the mayor of America became Andrew Cuomo, Jesuit educated, the 56th governor of New York. And Trump, Jesuit educated, Fordham like Cuomo. The pandemic declared 56 years after his Jesuit education began. And then Boris Johnson introduced the UK strain, which was 56% more infectious, and so on and so forth. A million examples. First case in the world outside of China in Seattle with little Jesuit Jenny Durkin, the 56th mayor of Seattle. This number is huge, and it goes back to the Catholic Church and the Pope. And now, we've been explaining this for years, and now you have Sinead O'Connor, who tore up the Pope's image and spoke against the Catholic Church and its sexual abuse, only to die at age 56, and on a date with 56 numerology nonetheless. 7 plus 26 plus 23. Excuse me. 56. So, again, with the alphabetic order in reverse, Pope is 56. With the alphabetic order in numerology, Society of Jesus is 56. Gavin Newsom's 56, Anthony Fauci's 56, whole long list of Jesuits, prominent Jesuits have the 56 connection. Adolf Hitler, another one, 56, dead at age 56 supposedly, but they never found his body. The war was blamed on him. He died in April, which equals 56, just like Lincoln died in April. at age 56, and the assassin that got away, John Surratt, was a Jesuit. Anyway, for another 5-6, it's 565 days after her son's passing. Sinead O'Connor equals 65, the reflection. If you run it in reverse, it equals 70, which we'll get to why that matters as well. The word Pope also has Gematria 25, for the record. So does Sinead. And the day she tore up the Pope's image, October 3rd, 92, that date had 25 numerology. She renamed herself Magda de Wiet, and that's interesting in light of her death today, because today is 69 days before the anniversary of her tearing up Pope John Paul II's image, and today is also 69 days after Pope John Paul II's birthday. So 69 days after his birthday and 69 days before the upcoming anniversary of his image being torn. So how perfect is that? And then in Gematria, Magda de Wiet, what she renamed herself, 69, Catholic Church, 69, the Jesuit Order, 69, New World Order, 69, Illuminati, 69. If you don't know the history of the Illuminati, they were founded by Adam Weishaupt, May 1st, 1776. Adam Weishaupt was a Jesuit. You know, the Da Vinci Code series. It's funny, the guy who made the Da Vinci Code series, he turned 56 in 2020, the year of everything 56, coronavirus 56, COVID vaccine 56, yada, yada, yada. Maggie Keenan 56, the first vaccinated person in the world. Captain Tom dead in the huge 56 ritual. 56 days after Maggie Keenan, as Burma's government falls, and he was known for the Burma campaign, which equals 56. And George Orwell's first book about the Burma campaign, the first number mentioned in the start of the book is 56. Anyway. Anyone got an argument that the Catholic Church didn't do this? I mean, come on. Pull your head out of your ass. And the sad thing is, you could show this to people on the street, and some of them would be like, I think it's all a coincidence. And these people are literally under some kind of Catholic sorcery, even if they're not Catholic. Spells and spelling. So both of those dates were 69. If you count the span of days, instead of it being 69 both ways, it would become 70. And Sinead O'Connor equals 70. So does suicide. Remember, they said her son committed suicide. Vatican equals 70. And Francis equals 70. And recall, her son committed suicide the day before the anniversary of Nothing Compares to You. And that date can be written 7/1, January 7th, 7/1, Catholic equals 71. Now, notice how perfect this is. The current Pope, it's 144 days before his birthday. Can we talk about this number all the time? JFK dead 144 days from his meeting with the Pope. His brother supposedly dead at 1:44 a.m. Everything that goes down every year on April 14th, 14/4. But Jesuit Order 144, 144 days before the first Jesuit Pope's upcoming birthday. And they say he's the first Jesuit Pope, but I mean, the reason they say that is because he's the 266th Pope, and the Jesuit motto, Isus hominum salvator, equals 266. But notice, it's 144 days before his upcoming 87th birthday. Sinead O'Connor's debut as a major singer was in 87. Synced with his 87th birthday. And again, she tore up the image on October 3rd, 10/3, Jesuits 103. You could also write the date 3/10. The first digits in that are 3 and 1. She's dead 31 years after that happened in 92. Nothing Compares to You. Their birthday is, the birthday for that is January 8th, 1/8. The Jesuit acronym. Actually, you know what? I got to show you this. The Jesuit acronym IHS for Isus hominum salvator, which equals 266. IHS is 18 forwards and backwards, and sun, like sun in the sky, is 18. She's dead 18 months after her son. Think about that. Catholic Church started with the sun worshiping in the sky. And again, if you're new here, oh boy, sometimes I cannot spell these Latin words. Isus hominum salvator, 274. which is the year the Roman Catholic Church began celebrating the sun in the sky's birthday, 274 AD. In reverse, it's 266, like Pope Francis, the 266th Pope. If you're not familiar with the Jesuit logo, look it up. It's the sun with 32 rays around it with the letters IHS for Isus Hominum Salvator with the Templar cross behind it. The word Templar is 85. That's why we began the new Crusades after 9/11 on the day leaving 85 days left in the year, October 7th, and Bush even referred to it as that. And then 122 as well, and Pope Francis is 122. So all of these values matter if you're new here. These are the 4 base ciphers, alphabetic order, forwards and backwards with numerology. And again, Roman Catholic Church is 320, and on Christmas Day, 46 years later, the Catholic Church began celebrating Jesus, the Son of God's birthday on the same day, 46 years later. Again, Catholics got the 46 in it, 46 books in the Catholic Old Testament. Catholics got the 145, 145 more chapters in the Catholic Old Testament. Catholics got the 35. JFK, the first Catholic president, number 35, killed at age 46. Joe Biden, the second Catholic president in the U.S., elected number 46, 46 weeks after the Pope's birthday, inaugurated on the Pope's 35th day of his age. Catholic 71. Sinead O'Connor's son died on the 7th day of the first month. Majority of the world writes the date 7/1. We talked about this then, so just a reminder of what we talked about then. And from the anniversary of Nothing Compares to You coming out, January 8th, 1/8. Again, her son dead the day before the anniversary. Again, it's 18 months later. We're talking about the Catholic Sun Cult. But it's 199 days after the anniversary, which is the 46th prime number. Prime numbers are those that can only be divided by 1 in themselves. 199 is the 46th prime, Catholic 46. The first book of the Old Testament is Genesis. Again, there's 46 books in the Catholic Old Testament, but the first book is Genesis, and Genesis 46 begins with a sacrifice. So, and again, when you think of Sinead O'Connor, the first song anyone's going to think of is Nothing Compares to You, her cover of the Prince song. And, Vanity. Remember, we predicted Prince's death before it happened. And if you go back and watch my video, I said Sinead O'Connor probably wouldn't be too much longer after her son. But anyway, we did predict Prince's death dead on. And remember, Vanity died on the 46th day of the year. That was Prince's girlfriend from the time of Purple Rain. And then he died on the Queen's birthday. And he died at age 57 on the Queen's birthday. And England's 57. And, he died, if you died at age 57, you die in your 58th year of life, and Purple Rain's 58, and, then Donald Trump won the 58th presidential election, and there's that song by Prince, Black Donald Trump. Again, you guys, it's because this is the cabal, and they got it all planned out, and it's one perfect ritual after the next, and, was Sinead O'Connor put up to doing that on October 3rd on Saturday Night Live? I realize I skipped something in this decode that I do in every decode, and that's because I probably just skipped it because it was already so obvious what was going on here. But I didn't measure from her birthday, and I always do that. So let's just do it real quick. December 8th. Whoops. What year did I go? I don't know why I went to that year. Okay, so she's dead on her 231st day of her age, or 33 weeks into her age. Nothing Compares to You is 33 years old. 33, big number. Song is 33 years old. She's dead 33 weeks into her age. And the 231 matters because Ignatius of Loyola, the founder of the Jesuits, 231 is the 21st triangular number, and Jesuit is 21. Words like evil are 21, Bible 21, Army 21, War 21. The Jesuits are a military order. I said at the beginning of 2021, I said just watch for the huge military ritual they do this year. And then sure enough, on February 1st, 2/1, Burma's military overthrew its makeshift government, and then Captain Tom was dead by the numbers in the Big 56 ritual. And again, we noticed that Burma's government was set up on the important date of the Jesuits, the day they were recognized by the Roman Catholic Church, which is September 27th, the day leaving 95 days left in the year, because their purpose was to counter the 95 Theses. And that might be part of the joke of having Sinead O'Connor speak against the Catholic Church, because O'Connor equals 95. You don't know the history of Martin Luther and the Protestant Reformation. He pinned the 95 Theses to the door of Castle Church on the day that we now call Halloween, which is 95. And then Martin Luther King Jr., who assumed the name Martin Luther after the Protestant Reformation leader. Again, he was assassinated on the 95th day of 1968, and recently his sister just died at age 95. So, was it organic what Sinead O'Connor did on Saturday Night Live? I don't know for sure, but we do know that these celebrities are often, doing what they're told to ensure that they stay famous and rich and alive. And, if you turn on the news, I mean, they're talking about how it was so daring of her to speak against the Catholic Church at the time she did. And, you don't go against a big authority like that. Again, I mean, that's also part of the sentiment, right? And in a way, when people hear that, they're like, yeah, you shouldn't speak out, because the next thing you know, you're in trouble, you lose your job, you're in court, blah, blah, blah. Again, just reinforcing the ideas of just go with the flow. Just go with the flow. Jim Hightower, I used to like that author. He said, even a dead fish can go with the flow. So, yeah, R.I.P. to Sinead O'Connor. Let me put my eyes on the chat. Thank you to Open Up Again. Share the videos and streams. I appreciate that. Yeah, please do share and like the video. Again, with all the suppression, the only way we can fight the suppression is with more people sharing the work. And please don't be the next person to say, well, whenever I share your videos, no one gives me a thumbs up. Who cares? Share it anyway. There might be 10 people who watched it who were too nervous to give a thumbs up because they didn't want anyone else to see that they actually liked the video, but they watched it and learned something. The point is, just get the work out there. Needs to be out there. Somebody said her last name has the connection that's also the date. That must be in what? Jewish Gematria? Let me try it out. Yeah, in Jewish Gematria. That's always the most important cipher outside of the base ciphers. That is interesting. So her, I don't think that was her born name, but I think that's what she changed her name to. And, yeah, 26/7, how the majority of the world writes the date. Yeah, dead on. And you know what? Also 18, going with dying 18 months after her son. I also see the 45 like SNL, so yeah, that is interesting. Very good observation. Great addition. I'll add that to my post. Thank you. Oh, today's the start of Tisha B'Av this year, huh? Interesting. Yeah, it does start today, goes into tomorrow. Again, Tisha B'Av, to remember the destruction of the two temples. In Jewish Gematria, Tisha B'Av equals 9/11, like how the two towers came down on 9/11. Interesting. I don't know if like her and her son is symbolic, and if that is part of it, that's possible too. But yeah, you're right. Her name equals 82, like Tisha B'Av. 82. The year of 9/11, the year that Tisha B'Av fell on that year, it was 44 days before 9/11. Yeah. Very interesting. Yeah, great observation. Thank you. What's up, Topsy? What's up, Rob? What's up, everybody? Today's 1 year and 201 days since her son went missing. Yeah, that's a good one. 201 all right. So 201 days after the anniversary of her son going missing. Again, Pope Francis is the first pope to live in Suite 201 at the Vatican, and his birth name is Jorge Mario Bergoglio. And the founder, notice the 201, and the founder of the Jesuits is Ignatius of Loyola, 201. And again, Pope Francis is the first pope to live in the Domus Sanctae Martyr building, which is where Suite 201 is, which is 201. And again, before it was that, it was a hospital named after Pope Leo, who died on the 201st day of the year. And again, the Jesuit orders 201. in order of Illuminati is 201, and so on and so forth. So no doubt about it. That's also a part of it. Great observation. Yeah, you guys got good observations. Her mom died when she was 18. Wow. Well, and now 18 months after her son. Yeah, I didn't have that good one, math. That's interesting, James. Okay. Oh, that's actually her real name. Okay. Yeah, she's got so many names, I can't keep it straight. Well, the way Prince spelled "nothing compares to you," like "I would die for you" with the number and the letter. Again, Prince had "for you," used the 21st letter, number 4, letter U, 421. He died on 421. "Nothing compares to you" has a gematria of 83, like how the Purple Rain album was recorded in 83. We know that's the murder number. We know the band The Police in the UK put out the song "Murder by Numbers" in 83. Again, if you never heard the song "Murder by Numbers" by The Police, take a listen to that one in light of what we're talking about in this video. Um, Prince died April 21st, 2016. Let's see. It's a span of 379 weeks. I'm not sure if that's a prime number or not. That's a number I don't have. Here, let me look up what 379 is. 379 is the 75th prime. Oh, wow. Okay, so 379, the 75th prime. Check it out. Remember how earlier we had Catholic Church 69? In reverse, it's 75. Remember how we had New World Order 69? The other way, it's 75. The word order alone is 75. Again, just... Yeah, I don't think that's an accident. I don't think that is an accident at all. Yeah, because again, her big song is the cover of Prince's song. Okay, let's see. Good one, Charm One. Charm One says if you just spell it out in normal words, it's 267 like today's date. Very interesting. Nothing compares to you. 267. Mm-hmm. Are they aware of the sacrifices? Well, I always just go back to Bob Dylan's interview on 60 Minutes. It seems like it. Seems like they know what they did to become famous and rich. I haven't covered it in a while, but is it Order of Assassins that's 201? Yeah, Order of Assassins is 201. Look that up if you're not familiar with that. Order of Assassins is also 231, and she's done her 231st day of her age. But this is an ancient order that I'm sure the Catholic Church, has taken notes from. So that very well could be. Yeah, indeed, Topsy. And San Francisco equals 76 as well. Yeah, 201 layers of stone remaining on the Great Pyramid of Giza, and Great Pyramid of Giza equals 201. The pyramid is symbol of the Illuminati, the 201 order, founded by the Jesuits, the other 201 order. Yeah, I covered that one, God's known. You must have just gotten here. Thanks for the reminder. Oh, today is, yeah, you're right. It is New York's birthday. Of course it is. July 26th, New York City's birthday. You're right. And Saturday Night Live in New York. Dead on the State's birthday. Yeah, absolutely. Fordham. Big Jesuit powerhouse there in New York City. Here, let's just see if let's see if it's synced up with Fordham too. Because we know 56 is the calling card of the Jesuits. Oh, Fordham's founding date is Freemasonry's birthday, which is also John the Baptist's birthday. So it's 33 days after Fordham's birthday. And 33 years since nothing compares to you, and 33 weeks into her age. That makes sense, right? Because New York is 33. Did you guys see the Mets-Yankees game last night? Again, 3-9 score. Earlier this year, the first game of the Yankees and Mets meeting, which was on June 13th, the day leaving 21 days left in the year, the Yankees picked up their 39th win. If you guys are new here, we call New York the 39 state. United Nations there is 39 floors tall. But these are redundant numbers in New York. September 11th happened on the day leaving 111 days left in the year. All right, just keeping more eyes on the chat. Ireland lost in the Women's World Cup today. What a sick joke against Sinead O'Connor's from Ireland. Ireland. And remember, the Women's World Cup began on the 201st day of the year, and Women's World Cup equals 201. And you know, the men won the World Cup for Argentina, the Pope's country, the day after the Pope's birthday, and we said that would happen before the tournament began. And they had to let you know that Messi was staying in Hotel 201, hotel room number 201, separate from the rest of the team. Canada beats the Republic of Ireland. Oh, it's sick, man. It is sick. Scripted sports, ritual murder, all on the schedule of the Catholic Church's calendar. It's Open Up's birthday. Open Up, happy birthday. And he's giving me donations. Thank you, friend. It's Mick Jagger's birthday, huh? Sympathy for the devil. Can't you hear the Gematria knocking? We need the rewrite. All right, you guys had a lot of great additions, and you know what? There's probably even more to the ritual. But, I mean, what's more to say? I guess the only thing left to say is, where's all the fake truthers at who'll be talking a whole bunch of BS today and not sharing any of this information? Keeping people in the dark. So... Oh, good one, Bali. Bali points out that she's dead 103 years and 70 days after Pope... Well, it's a span of 70 days. But the 103 years is big because, again, she tore up his image on 10-3. Jesuits 103. Yeah, I think the easier thing in that Bali is just the 103 years, really. Because, again, she tore up his image on 10-3. But, yeah, great observation. All right, you guys, we'll leave it there for now. If you have more observations, thank you, Preston G. I appreciate that. If you guys have more observations, TFR is tonight. It starts in about 5.5 hours. And again, we're on for 3 hours every Wednesday night, unless you're in another part of the world. But out here on the West Coast, it starts at 6 p.m. Pacific. Goes until 9 p.m. If you're on the East Coast, that's 9 p.m. to midnight. Let's get some new callers tonight. It's always the same people at the beginning of the show each week. I'd like to hear some new callers. So tonight we're going to talk about how you know if you're indoctrinated. Most people are indoctrinated by either religion, the state, the media, and we're going to talk about how you can just see through all of them and their little cabal code, and why you should get that indoctrination out of your mind, because it's not doing any good for you. It's only serving the tyrants that rule over us. All right, Truth Seeker. Be back here then, and until next time.